I was told to deliver this message. You think you're invincible because you got money, bombs, guns, and planes, killing babies, innocent people. I think you're insane. Chaos and destruction is the name of your game. Somebody's got to stop you before the whole world goes up in flames. So he told me to tell you, I'll fight
for my brothers. We can go to war. Fighting for my brother, I will give my life for. I feel so alone in this white man's world. Whip it in the kitchen, watch that white turn pearl. Standing on the corner, standing on my phone. Standing with my gangsters, but I'm standing on my own. If you got to be alone, split you like you be alone. Sacrifice my life, understanding each his own. Toast to the keys of success. Bel Air rose on my breath. I've been a student since '03, and we can fight till we see peace.
I fight like that. 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 I fight like that.
Let me holler at you for a minute, give you game. Real scrappy, love the bottom Buddha bang. Trigger happy, and everybody in the game. You shot your family and didn't even know it, man. Same rules, same code, with a different slang. Struck him out, now they took him out the picture frame. Mama, don't cry, we gon' get by. 2 weeks later, got killed in a drive-by. Why must we fight amongst each other? Reach one, each one, teach one, my brother. I teach them how to fight on the grass and in the class. Snoop Dogg, all stars, yes sir, they coming fast. D1, football, we won. Now proud of my son, Lil Snoop, yes sir, cause he won. Right on, SC, fight on. We 100, keep it coming, dip, slip, slide on, light on.
I fight like that. 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 I fight like that.
Watching the warriors, the story of the rebels. You from the ghetto, then you know never to settle. I'm shooting common on the streets, I'm a pharaoh. Battling in African-American apparel. This on a t-shirt, youngins doing street work. Grinding till they teeth hurt, that's because they need work. Working till the feet hurt, trying to get my soul right. Used to be on old bikes, serving them that cold white. Wars in the winters, the block is hot in summers. Today's mathematics, we know it's strength in numbers. To the bosses and the runners, the hustlers and the stunners. We fight for the hundreds, we fight for the oneness.
He fights with the heat. He fights with the sleet. He said, I am who I am. I can't be beat. Nobody has won a war against me.
I fight like that. 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 I fight.
All of the nations of the earth as we speak are angry. They're angry because governments cannot suffice the needs of their people. They're angry because a few have gotten wealthy at the expense of the many, and the poor and the sick and the weak and the unlearned multiply. And the value of their lives are diminished by the rich and the powerful, so that when human life is devalued, that in the eyes of man you are unworthy of the gift of life. then it is easy for another human being to take the life of another human being that he or she has devalued. Black life in America is devalued. Hispanic life is devalued. Even poor white life is devalued. There's a way that I have to behave. I'm free, but I'm not free to rob you of yours. I'm not free to take from you what does not belong to me. So if I will construct my life according to these righteous principles, then between man and man, man and woman, peace. Between race and race, peace. Between rich and poor, peace. We have our beautiful Mexican family. This once was theirs. So you can't say to them they are aliens. That's a horrible word to use for former owners. I see my indigenous family here. Many tribes, but they're really one great nation of people that now must be reunited with themselves. So it's their time now, as well as ours, that God would intervene in our affairs and bring the bottom rail to the top. The government is not rehabilitating soldiers. When they send you away to kill. When you come home, they gotta reconstitute you for civilian life again. Make sure you have a job so you can take care of your family, but they're not doing it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, a woman can do anything that a man does, and the only thing he forbids the woman to do is the thing that degrades her. So how high can you go? High as you want to. Why would God allow the female to wear his attributes if you can't be a manifestation of that attribute? Women, you got to be set free. What God has put within you must be cultivated, must be developed, and must be used for the advancement of a nation and a world. I said to myself, Mr. President, why the hell don't you go to the wicked police department? Why the hell don't you stand up and tell them that your killing of black youth and brown youth is not gonna hold no more? Why don't you stand up? God's world is in need of a truth that will set up a government where everybody can live in peace, under real freedom, real justice, and real equality.
This city has always fascinated me, the city of Frankfurt, known to be a city of trade and economic growth. As a kid, I was amazed by handing over pieces of paper for ice cream, toys, and candy. Handing over such a paper and receiving a toy racetrack in return, I just could not believe it. Where could I get this magic paper? This idea I couldn't get out of my mind. I started asking questions and read every book I could find. I learned the money was backed by gold as a paper form to save us carrying it around. Something of real value behind the paper. But everything was changed. The value was capped, and the gold standard, as it was called, was abolished. Since then, the value of money has been the biggest lie of all. The dollar bill is now just a paper subject to inflation and devaluation. This must stop. The solution returning to a piece of gold that you can actually hold, and it holds value or even better cash gold, paper pressed and refined with real gold. A masterpiece solution, a forgery-proof, totally digital cryptocurrency. Here I am in the city of money, but not as a banker or a gold dealer. The Frankfurter Book Fair has invited me to read from my books that will help the world believe in gold again. Think Big will help show people how to be successful. I am very proud to be here.
The kid's time is precious. Now let me give you Bill Bailey's description of time. Life is not just the passing of time. Life is a collection of experiences, their frequency and their intensity. Life is not just watching the clock tick away. Life is a collection of experiences, their intensity, their frequency. When my friend Mark died at age 44, someone says, that's young to die. But what if he lived 4 lifetimes in one? It might not be too young. Whatever the span of your life turns out to be, here's what you want to fill it up with: experiences and the intensity of those experiences. But now let's talk about the management of time. Here's one of the best ones. We covered earlier. When should you start building this hotel? Answer: as soon as you have it finished. Now jot this one down on time management. When should you start the day? As soon as you have it finished. Plan the day the best you can, leaving plenty of room for improvising and surprises and all the stuff that happens during the course of the day. But if you've planned a good, productive day, now you start that day, you can't believe how much more valuable your time will be. Don't start the day until you have it finished. Now here's the next one. Don't start the week until you've had it finished. Now to lay out a week is a pretty good challenge. Next, don't start the month until you have it finished. The places to go and the people to see and the productivity and the sales and the customers and the development and all the rest of what you want to accomplish during the course of 30 days. Don't start the month till it's finished. And then here's the big one. This is really challenging. Don't start the year until you have it finished. To the best of your ability. It can't be finished like minute by minute. But in terms of the sweep of what you want to accomplish, make sure that that's set and ready to go by the time January 1st rolls around. And it might get all upset. It might get torn up and you do a new one. You make so much progress the first 90 days that now you've multiplied it all by 2, by 3. Because that happened to me. I thought, wow, this is going to be a great year. By the time I'd finished the 3rd month, I'm rolling, I'm soaring. So many things are happening. I revised my whole year's plan. Now, jot this down. Approaches to the management of time. Here's the first one. Step down to something easier. The guy's in sales and he says, oh, I want to own the company. Finally owns the company. Now he's got no time to play golf. He said, when I was in sales, I was making big money playing golf 3 days a week. Heck with this owning something. Heck with managing. My life was never my own after I started to manage. I'm going back to sales. See, this is the key. If you're getting too pressed, you might consider stepping down to something with a little easier time pressure. Little girl says to her mother, Daddy comes home, brings his briefcase and pats me on the head and says hello, disappears and works on his papers. How come my daddy doesn't play with me? And her mother said, look, your daddy loves you very much, but he's so busy at work, he can't get it all done, he has to bring it home. He loves you, but that's why he can't play with you. And the little girl said, why don't they just put him in a slower group? Jot this down now. If you don't have time for your kids, you might consider joining a slower group. Next key to time management. And that's work longer and harder. But see, there's a limit to that. I almost lost my health the first year. I went so crazy about personal development and achievement. I just went bonkers. You know, I told you I was skinny. By the end of that first year, I was a walking shadow. And then it suddenly occurred to me, what if I got rich and too ill to spend it? I mean, that was a shocker. So I started, developing a little more reasonable, because I said, if 12 hours won't do it, I'll work 14. If that won't do it, I'll work 18. I mean, how many hours it takes. And sure enough, it cost me too much. So see, working longer and harder for some might be appropriate. If you're just sitting around not doing that much, this might be good, work longer and harder. But you can only work so hard. Here's the key, not to work harder, but smarter. When you've worked as hard as you can, doing the best you can in terms of physical output in the time, reasonable time. Now, here's the ultimate in the management of time, and that is you simply become more skillful. When I first got into sales, I was around people that could get, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. And when I first started, I could only get 1 out of 10. But here's what I did. I worked around the clock, so that I would make up in numbers what I lacked in skill. That's good in sales. You got to jot that down. When you're new, you make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Now, when you become more skillful, the numbers can go down because now your persuasive ability and all of that is now so high that you don't need to put as many numbers out. But at first, if you want to compete or if you want to really get good, you've got to put in the numbers. But if you get more from yourself, develop more of yourself, now the time management becomes an easier task. Now, here's the next thing. Either you run the project or it runs you. I've found out when you start something, at first you're in charge. All of a sudden, a year later, it's in charge. Some of the companies I started, I'm telling you, I'm in control. A couple of years later, I'm out of control. At first, I've got it on the run. 2 years later, it's got me on the run. Haven't got enough time. I'm dizzy with trying to get it all done. So here's part of the key, and that's to get in charge. Say, I'm going to take charge of my health. One of my albums is entitled, Take Charge of Your Life. Take charge of your time. Take charge of your resources, which we're going to talk about next. Take charge of your health. You're the one that's responsible for it. It's not a requirement of society that you not have a heart attack and take care of your family. That's not a requirement of society, but you must make it a requirement of yourself. Society doesn't require that you build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. That's not a requirement of society. It's a requirement you impose on yourself to build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. So impose on yourself this self-development of being in charge, taking charge of your life and your health and your future and your responsibilities and all the rest. Next, reasonable time is enough time to achieve all of your goals. Just jot that down. Reasonable time is enough time. Here's why. It's not the hours you put in, it's what you put in the hours. If you start depositing greater ideas into the hours you've got later than now, I'm telling you later, you can't believe the productivity that will flow. The ideas you can't think of now, a year from now, they'll start to flow. And when you deposit those ideas in the hours you've got, productivity multiplies by 2, 3, 5, 10. Next, time management essential. We've already covered the first one, a written set of goals. And then do priorities on your goals. What's important this week? What's important this month? Here's the next one. Often review. Just go over your goals to make sure that your list is working for you. It's got you inspired. It's got you turned on. Somebody says, how come you're up so early? Say, if you were headed where I'm headed, you'd be up early too. Wow. If you were going to meet who I'm going to meet, you'd be up early. If it was going to stack up for you like it's stacking up for me, you'd be getting up early. Here's some more time management essentials. Learn to study what we call majors and minors. You pick up the phone. Here's what you must say when you pick up the phone. Is this a major conversation or a minor conversation? If it's minor, a few pleasantries and you're done. If it's major, maybe you've got to make a few notes. So here's the next one. Important conversations, make an agenda before you make the call. Just jot down a little agenda. It's so easy now to just talk out of your head. Did you ever hear a conversation end like this? Let's see, there was something else. See, you don't look that swift. I can't think of it right now. I'll call you back. See, you look a little incompetent. Let's see, there was something. It escapes me right now. Really? So have you got this now? Make an agenda before you make a call if it's an important call. Now, later, that saves you all kinds of stuff. You call John in, the salesman, say, John, remember those 4 things we went over? He said, no, we didn't talk about that. And then you pull out your daytime or whatever, and there's the list you made when you made the call. He said, oh, yes, seems like I do remember. Salespeople especially can talk you out of what's in your head. It's true. No, we didn't talk about that. And if you don't have a little proof, I'm telling you, it's gone. So make an agenda before you make a call. So what's major, what's minor? Now, here's the key on this. Don't major in minor things. If you take up major time to do minor things, I'm telling you, you'll be behind the curve constantly. Here's what we learn in sales training. What's major time and what's minor time? Here's minor time, thinking about prospects. Here's minor time, making lists of prospects. Here's minor time, keeping books on prospects. Here's minor time, going to see the prospect. Here's minor time, evaluating the prospect after you've been there. That's all minor time. Here's major time, in the presence of the prospect. And if you took a look, if you're in sales and you took a look at a week, you'd say, my gosh, I'm spending 90% of my time on the minor stuff and so little time on the major stuff in the presence of. How many hours in the presence of in my day? How many hours in the presence of during my sales week? Because the time that really counts is in the presence of. Here's another key time management essential. Don't mistake movement for achievement. It's easy to get faked out by being busy. Guy comes home at night all exhausted, falls in the chair and says, oh, I've been going. Here's the big question. Doing what? It's not the going. Some people are going, and they're doing figure eights. Their progress is small. So don't mistake movement for achievement. Here's another one in sales we learned. Don't mistake courtesy for consent. If somebody's pleasant and they nod, you say, oh, they're going to buy. No, they're courteous. You can't mistake courtesy for consent. Now, here's a big one, concentration. I had to learn this. All those years ago, I'm in the shower trying to compose a letter. Found it turns out to be a strange letter. So here's what I learned to do. Save the work till you get to the office. Save the work till you get to the work. Don't try to get to the office on the way to work. On the way to work, enjoy the way. In the shower, enjoy the shower. Then go to work when you get to work. I found this to be helpful. Concentration. Now, here's a big one on time management. When you work. When you play. Don't mix the two. Don't work at play. I used to take my family to the beach and I would bring my briefcase. I learned not to do that. Or at the beach, I'm saying I should be at the office. Now my family's upset because I'm at the beach and I'm thinking office. Now when I'm at the office, I'm thinking what? I got to get my family to the beach. So things are not going too well at the office because I'm thinking beach, and things are not going too well at the beach because I'm thinking office. Here's what I learned to do. At the beach, be at the beach. At the office, be at the office. When you work. When you play. Don't mix the two. Don't work at play. Now, here's one of the most important ones. Don't play at work. Work is too serious. You don't want the reputation of being the office joker. Yes, there's time for some pleasant stories. Yes, there's time for a little humor. Yes, best if it's a happy office, of course. But I'm telling you, you got to be serious about work because you're parting with a piece of your life for the work you do. Your work costs you a piece of your life. Here's what it's called: serious business. Not grim, not unhappy, but serious. Here's another key phrase: all work is good. You may not like your job, but if it's the stepping stones to get you to where you want to go, you got to appreciate your job. You don't have to have a passion for your job. Here's the ultimate passion: a passion for incredible success in every department of my life. That's the passion. But don't look down on some menial job you have to do to finally get you to where you want to go. No job is menial. No job is not, no, every job is noble. Training life for pay, making a contribution to society. Here's another big one: learn to say no. I'm telling you, in such a social society we have now, it's so easy to try to be a nice person, saying yes, yes, yes to everything. Find yourself overloaded. Now you got to call and make the, well, gosh, you know, all the time it takes to back out of something that you said yes to too quickly. Here's what might be better. I don't think so, but if that changes, I'll call you. Little things you can use not to overcommit yourself. My friend Ron Reynolds says, don't let your mouth overload your back. Next, analyze how you are. And if you have some weaknesses, if you can't, doesn't seem like you can change, here's the key: get it covered. I used to keep promising myself I'd keep the books, keep the books, keep the books. Finally, I gave that up. And back then, it only took me an extra $50-60 a month for some accountant to keep the books. I said, no, I'm going to save the $50. You can't believe what I started losing in productivity because I tried to save the $50. So the key is, a lot of the time you can stay like you are, but just make sure you get it covered. Next, beware of the telephone and all other systems of communication, especially the telephone at home and systems of communication at home. And here's one of the best lines I've got for you for the weekend: let all communication systems serve you, but don't let them intrude. When it comes time to have dinner with your family, you shut off all systems, unless the ones that can take messages silently. Don't let anybody intrude, come through the front door nor the back door, nor through the telephone or any other device. So you can't reach John and his family when he's having dinner. The President of the United States couldn't get through. If you develop that kind of a reputation, father, mother, when we have dinner, when we're visiting and have this time with our family, nothing intrudes. So don't let these clever little devices keep intruding. You've got to have a place that's sacrosanct. It's valuable. You don't let anything in for that period of time. Now, here's what's next. Just be more alert to the things that might be stealing your time. Here's why. Time is like capital. You can't let someone steal your seed corn. You can't let someone steal your capital. And you can't let someone steal your time. You must designate your time. And some of the time that you designate, you must not let anyone steal. Casual time, you might let someone intrude and steal a little bit and take a little bit, but not serious time. Next. One of the great time management savers is to learn to ask questions up front. Sometimes you talk to somebody for an hour, and then you ask questions and find out if you would have asked those questions up front, you could have saved yourself an hour. Asking questions up front helps you to get to the problem now. But if you just launch into some discourse, you might waste 30 minutes, waste an hour, when here's what you should have been talking about. After you finished an hour, you say, John, what's really the problem? He said, well, it's something personal. See, that's what you should have been talking about this whole hour. Next, learn to think on paper. Solving problems. Take it out of your head and put it on paper. Another one is setting goals. Here's another good way to think on paper. It's a projects book. Each person you're working with and each project you're working on, get a loose leaf binder and a tab and some pieces of paper behind the tab and do a little continual summary of how it's going between you and that person and between you and that project. I call it a projects book. It is so useful to me. But what's going on between you and this person? When you last got together, what did you talk about? And you got a few notes there. Here's what we talked about the last time we got together. Now, when you get together again, you can review that so you'll know better what to talk about. When the president gets ready to travel and he's going to meet some important people, guess what they bring him? All these briefing books. Right? The last time you were with Khrushchev, Kennedy is informed. Here's what he said, and here's what you said. Kennedy said, oh, that's valuable. I need to remember that. If a person is important, it's worth a little running account. You might even have a project book for your children. Here's what's happening between me and my child. We've talked about this, and we've talked about this, and we've talked about this. Next, a day timer. Keeping track of all of your appointments. You know, mine is all filled with, you know, when to catch an airplane and when to do a seminar, and when to sit down and have a conference, all the rest. Next is a game plan. You know, if you've got a house and the, you know, insurance is going to come due and some other things are going to come due, you just put it on a spreadsheet and make sure it's taken care of. Key phrase, take things out of your head and put them on paper. Now here's the last one, thinking on paper, and that's to keep a journal. One of the things I'm known for around the world, have been now for 39, 40 years, is keeping a journal. Now my journal is not a, you know, it's not necessarily a, it's not like a diary. It might be part diary. You know, I'm flying over Ireland and I write down a few little things that impress me. Today I met this person. Wow, what an extraordinary event. Today I conducted this seminar in Rome. 1,000 people stood up and sang for me. I've got a little bit of a diary in there. But here's what primarily your journal is for: collecting good ideas. A journal is to collect good ideas on your health, good ideas for your business, good ideas for your future, good ideas for time management. Because I used to take notes on pieces of paper and torn off corners and backs of old envelopes and restaurant placemats. And I threw all this stuff in a drawer. It did not serve me well. I finally learned to get a bound copy, right? And just keep a journal. Right? If I was here, I had my journal, I'd be taking notes, right? These 2 days in my journal. Now, if you're caught without your journal, you just take the notes when you get back home. You put those notes in your journal, throw the paper away. Because we don't usually go through paper to review. But see, my journals now make up a significant part of my own library. My journals all reserved privately for my children and my grandchildren. Can you imagine what I've collected over the years? It's unbelievable.
Hey, good evening. My name is Ty Best. And I'm sitting here a little casual today in my pajamas. I'm getting tired. It's been a long day. It's after 7 o'clock tonight. And I just felt like I wanted to chat a little bit. I just watched a video by my partner, my legendary partner, Mr. Michael Delco. And it touched me because the video was a gentleman sending him a letter and it's talking about the different things that he's tried and that he's been involved in. And at this stage of his life, he didn't want to make a mistake, doing something else. And I felt him. I understand how he felt, how he feels. I want to tell you something, folks. You're going to make mistakes in life. The only person that don't make mistakes are the person that does not do anything, that does not try anything. If you've had a person in life who say they've never failed and they never made any mistakes, I will show you a failure. I'll show you a person who's never attempted to do anything. And once you attempt to do something great, you're bound to make even bigger mistakes, even more mistakes. But they're not mistakes. The entrepreneur mind says we learn. They are learning experiences. That's an entrepreneur. We learn from these things. Okay, if you make the same mistake over and over again, you're not learning. You are making mistakes because you should learn, should give you experience. Okay. I've been in the home-based business for 33 years now. I was 28 years old when I was blessed enough where someone came to me and said, Tyrone, do you know anyone who'd like to make an extra $1,500 a month? I'm 28 years old, a lot younger than I am today. No gray hair, didn't have all this forehead. And I was sharp enough to say yes. Now, I didn't understand at that time, you had to be sharp to say yes. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that that was an indication of my aptitude, that I was sharp to say yes. Now, understand something, I'm 20 years old. I owned my own home, had 4 cars in the driveway. I had done what society told me that I worked for the Ford Motor Company. I had 2 companies. I had a company Lincoln, a company Grand Marquis, a Lincoln I owned, and my wife had a brand new Mustang. We were doing okay financially, if okay is what you wanted to do in life. But I've always wanted a shot. I've always wanted that gold medal. I've always wanted the brass ring. I've always wanted legendary status. How many of you ever dreamed about doing something great in your life? Most kids dream about doing something great. No, you ask a 5-year-old, 6-year-old what they want to do. They don't say, when I grow up, I hope to become a manager at Walmart. I'm not picking on Walmart. Walmart came out, don't make any difference. You ask a 6 or 8-year-old kid what they want to do in their life, they'll never tell you, when I grow up, I hope to be the manager of the tire shop around the corner. Okay? That's not real. We dream about greatness. We dream about doing something significant, doing something magnificent with our life, and society has to take that from us. Anyway, get all emotional when I talk about the dream. It breaks my heart when I see people who lose the dream. When I see people who lose that music, that thing inside of them that will change their life, not just their life, but so many other people count on you and your dream. And then because you try something one time or attempt something once or twice or 3 or 4 times, let me tell you something. 1983, the guy said it was a 2 to 5 year plan to financial independence. I knew I was embarking on. I didn't know the journey I was about to get on. He told me it was a 2 to 5 year plan. I was on a 40 to 45 year plan. That's what I was on, a 40 to 45 year plan, because that's what I've been led to believe in, a 40 to 45 year plan. I was led to believe in a 40 to 45 year plan. Education system. Went through college. I graduated. My wife graduated. They told us we're going to work till we're 65 or 70 years old. I accepted that plan until someone came in my life and said, you know, there's a 2 to 5 year plan to financial freedom, to financial independence. I took that plan. You know what, folks? That 2 to 5 year plan didn't work out. Now, some positive things happened. I learned some things. I improved my skill set because I got around some people who had dreams and goals and aspirations. They started talking about dreaming big. Man, I got excited about it. They turned me on to that thing. I got pumped up. I started reading books. I started listening to tapes, changed my attitude about success. It told me I could achieve. And really, just because of that alone, I literally doubled, if not tripled, my income in my profession because of what I learned in that environment. But then they started teaching about free enterprise and the free enterprise system. And yes, that dream didn't work the way I wanted to. But at 32 years old, my wife was able to leave corporate America. My wife has not worked outside the home since she was 32 years old. That was 1987. I think Ronald Reagan was president when my wife became a free woman in America. But that dream didn't work out the way we wanted to work out. But we still worked it hard for 10 years, for a decade, and didn't get the dreams we wanted to get. But we didn't quit. Maybe had moments of discouragement. We didn't quit. If you sit out there watching this video right now, you're wondering what you can do. Like, you don't know what you can do till you try. And then was fortunate enough in 1993, someone shared another vision with us, another program with us. We got excited. And in 21 months in that program, I was able to leave my job after 12 years. 12 years. It took me 12 years to get free. I've said it so many times. I'd do it again if it took me 20, 25 years to get free. Why am I talking about this with you? Because some of you right now sitting here, you got the greatest opportunity I've ever seen in my 33 years in industry. You don't have to go through what I went through. What so many people in this industry have gone through, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly. Companies failing on you. Companies not living up to their expectations. Companies lying. And then along comes Carrot Bars. Not taking advantage of this Carrot Bars opportunity, saying I'm never going to get married again because your first marriage didn't work out. Or I'm not going to try again because the first relationship didn't work out. Or because your first girlfriend broke your heart. Grow up. Things happen. Your past does not equal your future, folks. Let it go. Don't miss this opportunity because you tried something in the past. Let me share something with you. I've been in this industry 33 years. And I've been in Carrot Bars now 30 months. I've gotten one phone call in 30 months on Carrot Bars. Just one. Just one phone call. Our organization, after that one phone call from one person, has grown over 14,000 people. I thank God every day I accepted that one phone call. I thank God every day that I didn't say, you know what? I've been around in this for 33 years. I done tried, I don't know, 10 different programs. I've owned 3 companies. I'm done. I'm retired, man. I'm not trying to do anything else. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm done chasing the dream. I didn't. I accepted the challenge. I encourage you to accept the challenge. I encourage you to take the dream. I encourage you to get fired up again. That's right. One more time, get fired up, because you never know when your dream is going to become a reality. Colonel Sanders didn't give up because he was 65 years old and unemployed. He went out the door and what? Started peddling that chicken, started talking to people. And after 60 years old, his dream became a reality. After 60, 70 years old, his dream became a reality. How old are you? When are you going to stop chasing your dream? Some people give up at 22, 23, 24. Some people give up 30. Some people give up 40. Some people give up 50. I challenge, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop dreaming, because you don't know when your dream is going to come true. Try again. So what? You lost some money. Who cares? It's gone. It's water in the bridge. Let it go. Don't worry about it. I encourage you with all my heart and all my soul. Carrot bars is simple. What do? We say save a lot of gold. Tell a lot of people you make a lot of money. You can't lose in carrot bars. Everyone wins. Okay? You know how you're losing carrot bars? Don't get started. See this video come across Facebook one more time. Says Ty Best talking about that gold thing again. But while you waking up going to work the next morning, I want you to think about what Ty Best in his pajamas. I'm still in my pajamas right now. Okay? And don't get it twisted. Okay? Don't start thinking I'm in my pajamas because all these folks work with me. People are pursuing their own dreams and goals. I got started just like everybody else. I got a phone call. I said, man, you know what? I'm going for the dream one more time. I'm going for the big dream, the big brass ring. Believe me, I've been free. And we've made a lot of money traveling around the world, been to the beaches, Hawaii. We've been on the beaches of the world. We've taken hundreds of people to Hawaii. We've had a great life doing this networking business. Love it. But I think it pales in comparison to what we're doing there in the world of carrot bars. Because we have a simple program that says, look, it's free to enroll. It's not free to make money. It's just free for you to open up your gold savings account. You want to get a package. You want to get started. And then you want to start saving gold. That's right, gold, folks. Real money. See, that's real money. That's gold. That's a 5-gram card. These are 5-gram cards. I love these things. Got a stack of them. I got a whole stack of them around my, okay, and that's no bad as business. I got a stack of them. Okay. I love these things. Okay. People are excited about this. We had a person come on our call today talking about they just ordered $200,000 of gold. They didn't order gold to satisfy me. They ordered gold because they wanted gold. That's the trend. This is unlike anything you will ever run across in your lifetime. You know why? Because you're acquiring and appreciating asset. It's not like I'm going to eat it, and next month I got to buy some more, eat it, and it's gone, and it's gone, and it's gone, or I drink it, or I rub it on, and it's gone. Every single month, I do what? I stack this piece of gold, okay, behind this piece of gold, and this gold, and this gold. Oh, wait a minute. And then we got a gold coin. I stack that gold on top of that gold. And the next month, we got gold cash. So I stack some gas on top of that gold. And then if that's not enough, I go over here. I got some more gold over here. Something. I got gold everywhere. I got gold in my wallet. I walk around. I carry gold everywhere I go. Okay. This is my gold. This is not the company's gold. This is my gold. Okay. You worrying about carrot bars? It's free to enroll. Look at that. I mean, gold. We get paid with a privately issued gold MasterCard. That's not one about. I don't want to show anybody that. Okay. I just want to talk with you for a minute. I want you to get outside yourself and start seeing this thing big. Don't worry the fact that you've tried something before and so what? Failed. Whoop, privately gold MasterCard again. Oh, that's the new one. That's the new one right there. That's the new one. That's beautiful. That black card. That's beautiful. Okay. That's gold. That's more gold. Look at that. That's a gold. That's a specialty card. That's more gold. That's a Happy New Year's Day card. That's more gold. Man, let's see. That's a New Year's card. That's more gold. Oh, well, we bigger than money. We got a charitable card. Every time anyone in the world, people order that card, 10 euro, about $13 are sent to this charity in Africa to feed and clothe and educate kids in Africa. Man, we're bigger than just money. We're doing a lot of things. Okay. Oh, just found another 5-gram card. I don't know. I carry $1,000 of gold in the wallet all the time. I mean, what's in your wallet? You worrying about your past. We have a system. Wealth Builders Worldwide, we have a system, folks, that will change your life. All you have to do is get started, plug yourself in. For those who are not already in, go to TyBestGold.com. For those who are not in, okay, that I have referred, go to TyBestGold.com. For those who've been referred by other people, go back to the person who referred you to this video, who sent you this link on Facebook. This is simple, folks. Don't let anybody steal your dream. Don't let anybody tell you can't do this. My name is Tyrone Martinia Best. I was born 1023 Raleigh Street, Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Went to Newsom Park Elementary School. Went to Huntington High School. Graduated from Warwick High School. Went to Hampton University. I don't believe I'm anybody special. But if I can do this, I'm saying you can do this. What's special is I had an intense desire to succeed. I've had an intense desire all my life to do something special, to touch people's lives, to change people, to help people all over the world. You can't build this business while helping others succeed. You can't succeed by yourself. You can't succeed in a vacuum. This is the most noble thing you will ever do, to enrich your lives and help other people enrich theirs. What is Wealth Builders Worldwide, our organization? We're doing everything we can to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots, to educate those, to close the digital divide. Okay? If you're not online, if you're not in the process of learning how to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online while you sleep, as Warren Buffett says, until you learn how to make money while you sleep, you're going to work till you die. Don't take my word for it. Ask yourself, look around. Look at your friends who are still 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 years old, still working, crawling into work every day. Back hurt, leg hurt, riddled with diabetes, tore up and trying to get to work. Or they're on disability, government assistance. It's not me. Okay? I know people I've told about this opportunity 30 years ago about networking as a profession who are not involved in it. They're broke down physically, financially, psychologically, emotionally, and can barely get out of bed and living on government assistance because they didn't see the opportunity and they could do it. You've seen something special. It's called Carabal's International. Yeah, I'm not dressed up today. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm talking to you from the heart. I want you to see this thing. Not for me. I'm going to do it, whether you do it or not. If any of you know me by now, you know I'm going to do it. Some of you I've known since I was 12 years old. You're not in, I'm still doing it. When you get up and go to work in the morning, I'm still at home asleep. I know some of you get ticked off when I say stuff like that to you. I'm not trying to tick you off. I'm trying to inspire you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Ready for Revolution, Brother Eric Teray Muhammad here. Hope all is well with you on this great Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon in some areas and Saturday evening in some areas for the people I see attending this stream on YouTube as well as here on the Facebook platforms. Thank you all so much for the honor and the privilege. And it's so good to see so many new folk in our wonderful world. Housekeeping rules, classes in session every Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern, right here on this page at the Eric Teray Muhammad Facebook page. Not tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow is Sunday. So Monday through Saturday, we are here. And this particular Monday will kick off our review. I've been up reading since about 2 this morning, but I'll review enemies of your success. We're going to go through the depths of the work of Mr. Ty Best, the wisdom that he shares, and the things that we've learned and exemplified. And it all begins with your dream and identifying those areas that get in our way. So be with us Monday morning, 8 a.m. class in session. We'll begin. And we're going to analyze the enemies of our success. Now, what does that really mean? It means that success is already ours. Success is ordained. However, there are impediments. There are things that serve as obstacles as opposed to challenges. We're going to identify those things, redirect the language, and break it down to the point where it is so simple that even a fool can understand it. And that's what we hope to inspire this week coming Monday. All right. So make sure you tune in for class in session. Also, know that you must pay yourself first. You must. You must. That is the number one mantra. That is the number one principle to all wealth building. That's the millionaire secret. Pay yourself first. Have you taken your $7 or $8 and exchanged it for a tenth of a gram of gold? Well, if you see where gold is channeling right now, you would want to do that, because your $5 bill, your $10 bill, your $20 bill, it can't magically become another or a higher denomination. A tenth of a gram of gold can be the $8 you might have invested into yourself. It could be $8,000. Invest in yourself. And then, of course, we're getting ready for this major event. All roads will lead August 22nd. This month, y'all. Listen. Advance tickets are only $11. Go to www.run2wealth.info. www.run2wealth.info and get your tickets. Don't wait to the last minute and be upset because you're paying $20 more. Go get your tickets. You just heard from Mr. Tyrone Best, the CEO and founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide. It's his work that we'll be analyzing. It's his inspiration that has me on this road, and so many of you, more than 120,000 of us around the world as wealth builders worldwide, independent affiliates, a collective of independent affiliates in Carabal's International. Carabal's International, more than 1 million affiliates and customers around the world, more than 8 billion people in the world. I think we have our work cut out for us. Well, on the 22nd of this month, today's the 1st of August, the 22nd of this month, we are going to realize what we can do with what we already have. You're going to learn about wealth accumulation. You're going to learn about increasing the wealth. You're going to learn about protecting your wealth. You're going to learn how to diversify your wealth within the same opportunity. So, private family banking, estate planning, trust development, land, real estate acquisition, gold accumulation, all that is here for you to help yourself. You want to be here, family. You don't want to miss out. www.run2wealth.info. Thank you, Sister Cece Mahone. Thank you, Sister Roz Range. Get your tickets, $11. Okay? And then, of course, we have at 10:45 a.m. Greetings and big ups to Mr. Gold Collector himself. Mr. Dante Taylor is in the house. So 10:45 this morning, we have the mighty Super Saturday Power Call. 10:45 a.m. www.goldrocks.info. This is our, hey, Sister Eunice Shaw. This is our event platform, www.goldrocks.info, Monday through Saturday. Okay. Well, it's actually 7 days a week, but Monday through Saturday, 12 noon and 9 p.m., we have the wealth building presentations. 10:45 a.m. kicks off the power call. I believe Brother Consul is on this morning. It may be Consul or the Gordons or Matthew Taylor, who did an amazing job last night. Then we're going to move into the 12 noon presentation. The 12 noon presentation is going to be fire, folks. It's a live presentation on how you can embrace and be a part of this opportunity. And if you need to hear even more fire, then tonight at 9 p.m., you can return to hear live on the same platform, Mr. Tyrone Best. He'll be on himself doing the wealth building presentation tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of it. And of course, our ability to come to you every day, 7 days a week is uninterrupted. Where you find that you're not, you don't see the, you don't get opportunity rather to see the presentations live. You can do replay. You can do replay of the audio. You can do replay of the video. You can go to the Eric Teray Muhammad YouTube channel and find so much more. I want to thank you, Sister Joy Van Hook. I know that you have your tickets. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. Family, understand this. First of all, let me thank many of you who would join me yesterday afternoon for the presentation I did for the LinkedIn community. I'm with the LinkedIn groups every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And we talked about a collector's revolution, a world in need of connectors. I say collectors, I mean connectors. We're a world in need of connectors and dreamers. The day of doing things as usual, they're gone. They're not coming back. And it doesn't mean they were any good while they were here. It was just that it was all that we knew. But now we have the opportunity, folks, to connect people with real hope, real legacies, a real experience. We have the opportunity. Hey, Sheikh Wali L, Brother Gregory X Powell, good to see you. Brother Vincent Muhammad, good to see you. My sister Lo, Sister Desiree, good to see you. All right, listen. After that presentation, there was another one immediately after that presentation. And I shared with people, I said, listen, I appreciate you talking up our success, my family's success in this opportunity, Carabaos International, but I don't want you to be confused. I don't want you to think it stops with me because you found me wealthy or you found me with substance. It didn't begin with me and doesn't end with me. I will tell you this, that if you wish to be wealthy, study wealth. I'm almost positive no one has ever said that to any of us before, but it was said to me, if you want to be wealthy, study wealth. That means do what? Learn what to read, learn what to study, learn what to do, who to follow. Study wealth. You want to be happy? Study happiness. You understand? When you want to be successful, study success. Study success. Learn what to do, learn what not to do. But study it. Study it. Put yourself in a position to get out of wishing and get in position to live. It's attainable. It's here for you, folks. It is absolutely here for you. But are you willing to take advantage of it? Are you willing? Those are questions only you can answer. But we're trying to put everything in place for you to make sure that you are positioned. Our only responsibility in it is to deliver the message, not to do it for you, but to deliver the message. And I hope we've done our part in doing that this morning. So many of you know I have a particular route that I run. I'm going over to Sister Lakeisha McKnight and hear her Bible study. Hey, Sister Mama Judy, Sister Judith Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum. You know, we're going that way, right? And then I'm going over to Brother Kansu Hotep Atun on his page. And then we're moving to the power call. It might be Kansu again. We might have a triple header this morning, ain't no telling. And then the 12 noon presentation. All right. I'm telling you right now, do not try to reach me unless it's by text message the majority of the day. Okay. Some of the wealth building teams, you already know I'm meeting with you at certain intervals of the day. However, I rarely ever schedule any kind of appointment time during the power calls, during the presentations. Those are so important to me and they're very important to you. You may think you don't need them, but I guarantee you, someone on your team does. All right. So today is going to be pretty difficult just to call and I answer the phone and pick up because of the engagements and how they're sort of overlapping with each other. Hey, Sister Tracine Adams. Okay. But and Brother Teddy Howard, crazy, man. So look, but always, please text me. You have the number, text me. If you have the what do you call that? Facebook direct messenger, then send a message. Okay. If I don't answer the phone, then I'm tied up. But if you text me or send a message, I will know that I need to get back to you. All right. You know, voicemails on a day like today, don't think it will ever happen. Cece, you funny. I've studied marriage. That's right. You know. So, family, I thank you so very much. And I pray that you find what we shared today, insightful, rewarding, but it's time to go to the next level. It's absolutely time to go to the next level. It's a guarantee that what's coming down the pike in the world of Carabal's International this week is going to give you a whole nother perspective on this opportunity. It will never, ever look the same to you again. Ever. And it's phenomenal now. You know, you might want to take a seat and just sort of fan yourself a little bit because, you know, the anticipation is rich, but there's so many things coming down the pipe. Hey, Sister Vanita Crossland, you know, you really, truly want to brace yourself and plug yourself into every ounce of wealth building imaginable. Everybody stream, support their streams, share it out with other people. You see this stream, many of you share this out. We average roughly 700-800 people a day watching our presentations from 8 a.m. And I encourage all of you, when you share it out, put your referral link on there so people know where to find you in appreciation of you introducing the opportunity to them. Okay? So, God Money Grundy, I appreciate you, bro. I really do. I really do. I really do. I appreciate all of us. Hey, Sister Deb Nixon, you know. So, family, I'm going to keep it moving. I appreciate your time, your energy. Monday morning is going to be fire. I want you to be ready. I want you to buckle up your seats and be ready because the enemies of our success will be exposed. And you're going to have to exercise those demons out of your business. Peace and power. Remember the ground rules. Pay yourself first. All right. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Brother Dante, I'm so happy to see you, brother. I don't know what to do with myself. All right. Stay encouraged, stay in love, stay in unity, peace and power. Forward.
Peace. Strong words. Love. Soul. And change. Yeah. This is Big Snoop Dogg. Coming at you live and direct. And I got something to say. You dig?
Let's change the world. Divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's change the world. No fights, no wars. Oh, let's learn to love again. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's make hope for the future.
Brother, brother, brother. What will you discover if we come together and do it like we never? I'm just sick and tired. I'm fit to light the fire. Now put this on the wire. The devil is a liar. I do this with no hesitation. Meet me at the reservation. Elevating, educating, meditating, concentrating. Replenish ya, finish ya, opposite of sinister. And I do it for the minister.
Let's change the world. Divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's change the world. No fights, no wars. So let's learn to love again. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's make hope for the future.
Somebody need to stop the war. Man, the war ain't overseas, it's at your front door. And I done seen too many brothers shot up on the floor for more than drugs and some colors. And now you call us warlords. But if you can help it, then help it. But you ain't helping us. You so selfish and selfless, you wanna see us breathless and helpless. But I'ma hustle and tussle for all my brothers who struggle. Yeah, we bang the world. Now let's change the world.
Let's change the world. Divided we fall, united we stand. Let's change the world. No fights, no wars. Oh, let's learn to love again. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world. Let's change the world. Let's change the the world. Let's make hope for the future.
No killing, no shooting, no dying, no lying, no gang banging, so no more mamas crying. Everybody get along, man, that'd be the perfect song. Peace in the streets as I sit back on my phone, chilling with the president. He let me in the White House, back to the castle with the minister, no doubt. Shoes at the front door, love is what you come for. Let's get it right and unite, but do it right.
Let's change the world, divided we fall, but united we stand. Let's change the world, no fights, no wars, oh, let's learn to love again. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Whoa, oh, oh. Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world. Let's make hope for the future.